Welcome, children. Take out your English literature book. Longman Impression, Revised Edition, Part 7, Chapter 80 Noise. Before explaining this chapter, let me tell you that this story depicts about hearing and listening, the differences between hearing and listening, and what is an art? Is it learning or hearing? Now, let's begin the story. This age will probably be known as the noisiest in human history. We create a lot of noise not only to show that we are happy, festive mood, to canvas votes, to advertise a commodity or a point of view, but also for its own sake. Now, this is probably this age. What is this known as? It is known as the noisiest in human history. We sometimes make many noises just only so that we are happy, we are in happy mood, we are in festive mood, to canvas the votes, to advertise a commodity or point for view, but also for our own sake. Noise is the greatest bane of modern life. Now is it what? It is the greatest bane of modern life. Every moment of our existence, we are being distracted by it. Every moment in our life, we are getting distracted by our existence. A necessary noise, unnecessary noise, purposeful noise, and the purposelessness enough to fray our receipts and madden us. Now, every moment to our existence, if we look at our existence, we are always distracted by the noises. That is necessary noise, sometimes unnecessary noises, purposeful noise, and purposeless noise enough to fray our nerves, and these make us madden, and these madden us. If average Indian life is only 26, we have only ourselves to blame for it. If an average Indian life is only having 26 years, then we will ourselves blame for it. The noise in and around us is wearing us out at a terrific way. Now, noise which we find in and around us, it is making us tired out in a terrific way. Someone noted recently that present days babies are peculiarly loud throated. Now, someone has noted this recently in the present time that babies, they peculiarly make loud throated. They are loud throated. They look elegant and sweet. Now, these babies, what they look, though they look very elegant and even sweet, no doubt. But the moment they open their mouths, they let us a shattering volume of noise. But as soon as these babies, they open their mouth, they let out a shattering volume of sound. School teachers do their best from the beginning by ordering every few seconds in the classroom silence. But it does not appear to have an effect on the children. They remain noisiest creature on the earth. Now, school teacher, they does their best in the beginning. From the beginning, the school teachers, they does their beginning by ordering in the classroom. They shout, they tell silence. But the children, they do not listen. They don't have any effect on it. They remain there. They remain in themselves, and they being the noisiest creature on the earth. I think there will be an all-round benefit if a period of absolute silence is introduced in every class timetable, with a prize at the end of the year for the softest spoken in the school. According to the narrator, if there will be an all-round benefit if a period is introduced where absolute silence should be introduced in every class timetable with a prize, and at the end of the year a prize should be given to the softest spoken person in the school. Hawking on the street has of late assumed dangerous proportion. It seems impossible to concentrate on the study or writing at home, particularly if one's window looks over the street. Now, hawking in the street, that means crying out on the street of late assumed. It's assumed dangerous proportions, and it looks that it's very impossible to concentrate on the studies of writing at home, particularly if one's window looks over the street. Particularly if one's window, it goes through the street, it looks through the street. Even if one retires to the back of the house, and one may not be saved, since the hawker seems to set the pitch of this voice on the basis. Now, the back. if one retires, means if one remains resting at the back of the house and one has to save. Since the hawkers, what they say, they they give out a cry of pitch of voices on the basis that what you are searching out in the place through. The moment I'm writing this, I see and hear two plantain sailors coming of each other's side. The moment the narrator was writing this, he had seen and even he had heard that two plantain sailors, they were coming in on each other's heels, almost trying to bark everything out of it. Almost they were barking out. That means they were shouting to sell their own commodity. I fear that the Grow More Food campaign has brought an only plantain sense. Now, here the narrator feared that this Grow More Food campaign, it has brought some more plantain. Since I noticed two more hawkers coming with the same commodity. And as soon as he was thinking this, he had noticed that two more hawkers, they were coming in the same direction with the same commodities. Now for a variation, I suppose a seeker of old paper and empty bottles is expressing his wish in a rich, space-filled baritone. A knife grinder is employing an anguished cry like one caught in a trap. Now, he felt a variation, and he supposed that a seeker who is a seeker of old paper or who is a empty bottle, his expressing his wish in a just rich, space-filled baritone, and the knife grinder, he is employing an anguished cry. He is making an anguished cry, just like he has been caught in a trap, and many others follows in succession. All that we understand about them, all the person who understands them, being that they are shouting something, It may be anything from gingerly oily cake to lotus flowers, brinjals or bangles. Maybe anything. The commodities may be anything from the gingerly oily cake to lotus flowers, brinjals or bangles. We are surrounded by moving vociferous market all the time, and we are always surrounded or we move through that vociferous market at all the time. Today, up to this much. In my next video, I will explain the rest part of the chapter. Now, take out your diary, write chapter 80, noise, 2 pages explained, homework, revise it. And with this, I am ending my today's class.